So I've just made horchata and honestly it has changed the game. You've got to try this. It is amazing. Here's how you do it. So you're going to start with a jug or a bowl. In there we're going to put 1 cup of uncooked long grain rice, alright? Pour that in. 2 cinnamon sticks. I like to break them up a little bit. You don't have to. Personal preference. And then half a cup of chopped almonds. Now we're going to fill this right to the top with water and we're going to let this soak overnight. Now for this recipe, I've done what I call a Frankenstein recipe. So I've took 3 or 4 authentic horchata recipes and I've merged them together to create one, taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That sounds the best and that's easiest to recreate at home and taste the most delicious. So like I said, fill this with water, put it in the fridge. We're going to leave it in there for an entire night, probably like 12, 24 hours. If you're really eager to finish it, you can let it soak for 5 hours, but we're going to go for about 12 hours on this one. All right, so let's fast forward till tomorrow. And oh, would you look at that? It's a new day, carpe diem. Let's seize the day. Here I've got that horchata mix from yesterday. It's been soaking. All we're going to do is we're going to strain out all that water and we're going to keep the mix that we have. Let me show you. You don't have to do this in a bowl. Just do this over the sink because we're going to be getting rid of this water. Now get rid of that water. Keep your rice mixture. Now you'll notice that after a good long soak, all that rice would have swelled up, would have pretty much doubled in size at this point, and it would be brittle. Like you can easily snap it in your finger. Brittle rice. That's what we want. So to that, we're going to add half a cup of sugar. Now once you make this once, you can start changing the recipe to suit yourself. The easiest thing to do is the sugar. Pour that in. So now I'm going to add 4 cups of water to this and then we're just going to give it a blend. If you've got a smaller blender, it's wise to do this in batches. Even with bigger blenders really, it's wise to do it in batches. So add your 4 cups of water, maybe split that, blend it 4 times. What you're looking for is you want to get all that rice to be almost completely ground. It's never going to be completely 100% ground in, but the finer you can get it, the better your horchata is going to be at the end. So I'm going to go upstairs to do this, blend it up, and then we'll see what we've got. Remember, 4 cups of water. Okay, and I'm back and blended. Now I've got 2 different ones here, but hold on, I'll explain what went on there. So blending took longer than anticipated. I had to do it in quite a few batches. It just really wasn't grinding that rice in there. You know, you really do need a good blender for this, or will it help to have a good blender? Because the finer you can blend that rice, the more creamy of a drink you get in the end. So I'll leave some links in the description of good blenders you can get, basically. Anyway, so I blended the whole thing and then I strained it off. I strained it through a muslin cloth. I highly recommend you do the same. If the least amount of little bits you can get, little ground up piece of cinnamon or rice, the longer it's going to last. So you really want that smooth texture, and the way you can do that really is just by running it through a muslin cloth or a cheesecloth, nut milk cloth. You can even put like a tea towel, clean tea towel over the top, pour it into there, get a good strain. So I did that, blended the whole thing, 4 cups of water, strained it all off into a jug. Then I split that jug. I put half back in the blender with a handful of strawberries, which is what you've got here. This kind of pink liquid, that is strawberry horchata, and this one here is the authentic horchata. So we're doing 2. So if you want to do the same, that's what you can do. When it comes to blending, add whatever else you want in there. Sweet things always work well. Strawberries works amazing, but you can also add things like pineapple, which would go really well, or just up the spices a bit. So to finish this off, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Because I've got half and half, I'm going to add 1 in each. And then we're going to add 1.5 cups of milk. But it's not just any milk, it's almond milk. So it's vegan friendly, it's lactose intolerant friendly. Hey, how about that? But you can add whatever milk you want. If you want to add cow's milk, add cow's milk. Almond, not only is it vegan friendly, lactose intolerant friendly, but it also goes really well because of the nuts that we've got blended in there. Okay, but you can add anything. Oat milk, a lot of authentic recipes also use condensed milk or cream to make it really thick and really creamy. I prefer it like this. It's also worth noting that throughout this I've been using cups as a measurement. Just to point out, they're not official cups. Like, it's not an official measurement. These have been what I'm using, just kitchen glasses. So if you're following along, as long as you're just using the same cup for all of the ingredients, it's going to be fine. And there we go. We've got our authentic horchata here, and we've got our strawberry horchata here. There we go, it's that simple. You know, it just takes a bit of prep. You've got to soak the rice, but that's it. After that, it's pretty easy to do, and you can scale this recipe up or down to whichever way suits you. But let's keep this video going, shall we? Let's keep this horchata train chewing. So before we get into how to drink and how to enjoy your horchata, I'm sorry, but I've just got to be that guy. Please do like, comment, subscribe, you know, turn on that notifications button, whichever you're most comfortable with or whichever you prefer to do. It helps me a hell of a lot, and I've got to tell you, when I wake up in the morning, I check my YouTube and I see that I've got that little notification and someone's done one of those things, someone subscribed or liked. It just makes my entire day. Like, honestly, the whole day I'm just like this. I just can't wipe the smile on my face. It just makes my entire day. So please do that. Now, moving swiftly on, how to drink your horchata. The easiest and authentic way to do it would just be grab a glass of ice and then just fill it up. Fill up your glass and just enjoy your nice cold glass of horchata. It's on its own just like that. It is really nice. But, you know, we like to get a bit more creative than that on this channel, and you know we like to switch things up. So I'm going to show you a few variations. One thing you can do is grab a glass like this, fill it halfway with ice like that, and then just fill your horchata 2/3 of the way to the top, like that much, and fill the rest of the way with coffee. Give that a stir, and what you've got there is an iced horchata latte. Another one for all my drink lovers, this is my Horchata Colado. It's really easy to make, and it's a great example of how you don't need 5 or 10 different ingredients all in one cocktail just to make it taste nice. You can get away with just 2 ingredients as long as they're high quality. So all I've done here is I've done 3 double shots of horchata with 1 double shot of spiced rum. Shook it, shake it up, give it a good hard shake, get a lot of aeration in there, and then just strained it into this here coupe. Now what I would normally do as well is just grate a little bit of nutmeg on. I don't have any nutmeg, so all sold out in my shop. Wouldn't you believe it? No nutmeg. So just pretend I'm grating nutmeg. That's me grating nutmeg. Aromatics, Christmassy, seasonally. Now it's not really a Clado, you know, it's not blended, it's not got pineapple in it. It's just a milky rum drink, but hey, I'm calling it that. What you gotta do? Sue me? Try it. So I just finished filming this video, right? And I went upstairs and I took some of that horchata and I was like, what about chocolate? Okay, so I took a bit out and I blended it with a couple of teaspoons of cocoa powder, blended it, strained it, and let me tell you, it's absolutely delicious. Like, you've got to try this. This is nice. So if you want to do this, once you get to this point, when you've got your bottle of authentic horchata, whip it back in your blender, put some cocoa powder in there, whiz it up, strain it back out, and you have this. It's absolutely incredible. So we've got authentic horchata, strawberry horchata, and chocolate horchata. It's amazing. I'm going to make a huge batch of this. Thank you. See ya.